We're live.
We are live. What's happening, Honey Badger Nation? We are coming to you from three different areas of the world right now. We got a little Nashville, a little Puerto Rico, and I'm in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. A beautiful day here in the land, and I'm super excited about this project that we've been talking about for a really long time. Young Honey Badger Success School, brought to you by Coach Burt and Associates and Honey Badger Nation. And when I hit about 30 years old, I just remember coming through my 20s, just hard charging, money hungry, trying to figure it out, making mistakes, falling on my face. And I look back and I said to myself, man, nothing I learned in high school prepared me, for the journey that I had to, you know, go on of just learning and grow, and learning the principles of success that just aren't taught in high school. And I always wanted to get in front of the kids to give back and just give them a little bit of a head start that I didn't have. And so, Jay, I know that you were excited about the project too. Um, when Coach Burke came along, we were just super pumped and excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like public schools are failing our children. I mean, they're not getting taught the things they need to know. We've all been through it, as we've all gone through our own lives. And when I heard of the concept, the coach broke it down, success school for kids, I got super pumped, selfishly for my own kids, because you can preach it from your house. You can teach it, every single day. But it seems like, as I have older kids and younger kids, I feel like they're better served learning it not just from you, but from someone else. And this is something that's super special. And we all love our kids, and we all want the best for our kids. But where are they really learning the principles of success? And they're either learning it from us, and we're doing the best we can as parents, but they're not learning it anywhere else. So I'm super excited about this. I think this is one of the things that can make the biggest difference and biggest impact in the world is if we teach our kids the skills of being successful. And so super excited to be able to bring this to Honey Badger Nation.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that because, I spent really from 15 to 31 working with kids. I mean, that was all of my upbringing, right? So I was always fascinated by how do we teach kids emotional toughness? How do we teach them how to handle adversity? How do we teach them how to deal with difficult people? How do we teach them how to find their talents? And so I did that as part of my success school of being a high school basketball coach. And what we produced were good kids that had incredible discipline, strong work ethic. And what I called that was future proofing them from failure. Now, we can't guarantee that they won't fail at some point in life, but it sure would help if they knew how to show up, make eye contact, shake people's hands, bounce back from adversity, keep going. So what we've really built here is something that my own daughter has gone through. My daughter's in success school right now. And the funny thing is I took her out on the road with me last week, Jay and Al, and on speaking on day one, she took 3 naps. And I'm like, girl, you got to toughen up. Oh, Pop's here is 46 and running circles around you. And she said, Daddy, I didn't know you worked this hard. And I'm like, well, look, at 18, you're going to be out there working this hard. So I want to show you what it looks like to go out on the road, have to meet and greet people, how to sell something. And then we went and sold books, guys. She sold $280 of books. They gave $50 of cash, $230 or something in credit card. Here's what she said. She said, Dad, I'll just keep the cash because they gave it to me. And I'm like, you don't quite understand how this business thing works, okay? You're going to get 10%. I wrote the book. I'm the one who did the speaking. You're going to get 10% commission. And she said, would you give me 20 because it's tough on the road, Dad? And I'm like, all right, I'll give you 20%. But we're learning. She's learning business, guys.
It sounds like success school's already working for her.
Yeah,
see that?
It is already working. So
how to negotiate.
What we've done here, guys, is we've created a 12-week program that is a supplementary training academy for kids ages 9 to 17, ages 17 to 21. We have specifically structured the content to teach the habits of the top 1% of performers. Okay, so imagine your kid learning remarkable boldness at 9 years old. Imagine them learning grit and resilience. Imagine them learning connection. how to connect to anybody, anywhere, anytime. Imagine them learning intrinsic motivation versus external motivation. Imagine them learning how to lock into a concept and see it all the way through to its conclusion. These are scientifically proven habits of the top 1% of performers. Okay, so that's what we teach these kids over a 12-week cycle. And so they have a weekly coach. They get time where they get some one-to-one coaching. We talk to the parents on what the main thing they would like their parents to see improvement in their child. Like mine will be maybe different than yours, Al, maybe different than yours, Jay. You may say, look, I got one thing I really want my kid to get better at. For me, it was empathy. I wanted my daughter to really understand how to have more compassion for people. And because she's lived a pretty privileged life being my kid, and I wanted her to learn, look, man, how to be empathetic to her mother who's just had another kid. I wanted to learn how to be empathetic to other kids. Like I wanted to learn how to have a strong work ethic. So I will tell the success school coach, this is something I want you to hone in with my daughter. And if she gets this one thing in 12 weeks, that's going to be valuable for me. So we've set it up on a 12-week cycle. They get weekly coaching, just like you guys give coaching to the Honey Badgers. They have a curriculum and a workbook they work through. And then they come to a live boot camp where we go through this stuff in person, which makes them understand how to meet and greet new people. One of the things they have to do, guys, is they have to get three phone numbers at the live boot camp and learn how to follow up with people. So they got to capture data. They got to follow up with people after the boot camp. We're already teaching them things that Honey Badgers will want to know. So I actually think the Honey Badger Nation, man, they're going to be all over this for the kids because they're going to want their kids to have the same type of Honey Badger mindset.
So, yeah, Coach, I have to tell this quick story. And it was a couple years ago. We moved into a new house, new neighborhood. And so when that happens, same city, same school district, but they had a new bus stop that the kids would have to go to. And after 1 year, they were starting their second year of school at this house. They came home from school, and I said, hey, did you reconnect with the people at the bus stop? And they're like, we don't know anybody at the bus stop. Now there's 15 kids that are all getting on the same bus, going to the same school at the bus stop at the corner. Our neighborhood's packed with kids. And I'm not kidding you. No exaggeration. They didn't know one of them. They didn't know one. They were all sitting there like what I'm doing right now on my phone. They're on their phones the whole time. And that whole thing of connection with this generation, we're talking, from Jay's age children, 7 years old, all the way up into the, early 20s, have lost, I don't know if you want to call it a skill or what you call it, but the ability to connect on a different level other than through their phones has been lost in this generation. So I'm super really excited about that being part of the curriculum that you're going to teach these young Honey Badgers.
Yep, no doubt. I had the similar story with I got Riggs and Kenley, both, younger age, within a couple years, year and a half of each other. And Kenley doesn't know a stranger. Riggs, he has one friend. You know what I'm saying? He does not reach out and start to try to connect with other people. And so I'm just excited. There's things they can learn that's going to change their lives and the trajectory of their lives. And we wanted to make sure that this was something that everybody in Honey Badger Nation at least had an opportunity to explore.
Well, if you look at what you guys have done to build Honey Badgers, everything that we talked about in those top 5 habits, obviously we've taught the Honey Badgers, right? You guys have heard me talk about those 5 habits of the top 1%. And if we could instill those early in life, man, it gives the kids such a leg up. I'm telling you, my daughter's been in private schools. They've never discussed how to find talent. They've never discussed really grit and resilience. They've never discussed things that we know they need to win. Okay. And so we really want to set them up for later in life, and then they can backtrack. Now, my kid she's had gymnastics coaching. She's had tutoring in math. She's had horseback riding coaching. We will pay for our kids to go to a horseback camp or to learn this, but where are they learning these things, which affects all of those things. So we're excited. I've got Kelly Eisner here, who's our lead teacher. She was a former high school teacher. She's been in my coaching programs for 3 years now. She's been personally coached by me. She taught 7 Habits of Highly Effective People as a high school teacher. And so we're certifying coaches around the country. So this is going to be a big concept. We really want to encourage parents We're busy. It's hard raising kids in today's society trying to grow a multi-million-dollar business, man. And we need help from other people. Okay. So we need great coaches. I said this last week and I got a standing ovation in Texas. I said, who's coaching your kids is more important than who the president of the United States is, guys. Mm-hmm. Because who's coaching your kids is going to have more impact than almost anything. Okay. And so when you're out there building your business, who's coaching those kids? Who's helping them? And I think it's important that you know what we're teaching them.
Yeah. And Coach, if I could say something on an educator's perspective out of Atlanta, we use some leadership programs like the Tim Elmore and the Sean Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Kids. And we piloted it many years ago. And what we saw as educators is, the teachers don't have time to be teaching grit and confidence and leadership skills and unique talents. They're teaching the curriculum. And that's all they have time for. So we came in as leadership teams and we're trying to build these programs. And what we noticed is the teachers who adapted and really took ownership of these programs in their classrooms, the kids were soaring. And these were just average kids. But when you install and make that part of the curriculum and make it part of the environment, the culture, and the DNA of what these kids are capable of, the sky's the limit. I mean, academics will improve, sports will improve, their communication, their relationships, what they feel they are capable of, and what they believe in themselves changes drastically. So I've seen this for many years. So I'm honored and just thrilled to be able to help lead this program because I have believed in this for over 20 years, and to have this opportunity is incredible. So it's a blessing, and as an educator and a mama of 5 kids, it works. It really does change their lives.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it. So we're Allison's putting the link to maybe Coach or Kelly, if you'd like to just kind of explain to everyone who's interested where their child would fit in. There's 2 different groups. I know one's 9 to 17 and 17 to 22. There's 2 different links in the comments that you can sign your kiddos up with depending on their age. You want to just kind of give us a little bit of a breakdown? I know it's similar curriculum, but what the different 2 programs names are and what they can expect.
You want me to take that, Coach?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have 2 different programs. The elite program is ages like 8, 9 years old up through 16, 17, depending on the teenager, if they're getting close to their senior year of high school, what their maturity level is and what they want. That's our 12-week program. We meet weekly. We just started a new program with a group, our Pot of Kids, last night, actually. And so they get about 35 to 45 minutes of really good instruction. They have their workbook. I mail all their workbooks out to them. And then, like Coach said a few minutes ago, additionally, they get to come to the lodge for an in-person boot camp. It's a full day on a Saturday, really intense training, fun games, leadership opportunities, and things like that. That's our elite program. That's your, like I said, 9-year-old to about 16, 17. And then we have our Ignite program, or Ignite for Success. Those are your 16, 17-year-olds through college. This is a 6-week program, all right, but we've incorporated a financial component in this one, financial responsibility, what that looks like at that age as they're working and getting out into the real world. With that, they get to come to one of Coach's, it's the Flip the Switch boot camp, which we feel all the events he trains, Flip the Switch is awesome. It fits the age group for what these kids are looking for in their prey drive and their unique talents and skills. So in addition to the 6 weeks of training, 1 night a week, they also get to come to the Flip the Switch boot camp. I do want to say, in addition to the weekly trainings, Coach and I and the certified instructors that we've trained already are prepared to get in with these kids, one-on-one instruction, one-on-one time with any specific needs that they have. So that's outside of that hour, 45-minute training 1 night a week. So 2 strong programs going on right now, boot camps at the lodge. And Coach and I have talked a lot about this. I will say this, and I hope it's okay, Coach. We've talked enough about it. I think it's all right. If we happen to be, or if Coach is in your area doing a training with other groups or whatever, and we happen to be in the area that you live, we are more than happy to bring a boot camp to that area as well for a 1-day training. But right now we are in Murfreesboro, Christiana, Tennessee at his lodge. And so that's the 2 programs we have going on right now for Success School.
I volunteer to go to Puerto Rico, Kelly.
I volunteer to go with you. Yeah.
Well, I'm really grateful for the both of you. I'm super excited for the kids of the Young Honey Badger Nation. That I know that there's a lot of winners in our group that want to get their kids started on the right track and get them moving in the right direction, so that they can shine like mom and dad are shining. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be signing up for that mentorship program so I can teach this course. That's going to be I don't know if it's going to make it on my priority list for 2022, but for 2023, it's 100% something I can't wait to join the team on. I'm passionate about it. I love it. I can't wait. And I'm just grateful for you guys for putting this and giving us the opportunity to partner with you guys on it. Click that link, depending on, the age of your child down there. Kelly, real quick, there's the elite, and that's for the younger ones, right? The elite.
Yeah. That's your, I'd say your fifth graders, fifth graders, all the way through middle school and going into high school. That's your elite. And then the Ignite is the 6 week. That's your 16, 17-year-olds through 21, 22. And we've designed the program to meet the needs of those ages. And actually the boot camps that we've designed meets the needs of those ages and the training. And again, don't forget the financial component. We know that's key. Very important for those Ignite, for those teenagers and college kids. It's so critical. Early intervention is key. These kids are getting the things that we're learning as adults. Can you imagine being that age and getting these skills put into you now? It's incredible.
Well, both my kids work in the restaurant industry, washing dishes right now. And so they're getting paychecks. And I get alerts from my son, Matthew. He's probably not going to like me saying this, but I'm getting these alerts that there's $1.46 left in his checking account. These like low balance alerts. So I can't wait for him to get to that financial component of it. It's something I had to learn the hard way too. But there's an easier way, and it's Young Honey Badger Success School. That's awesome. Anything else you want to add, Jay?
Yeah, no, just excited about it. If you know somebody in the group here that maybe hasn't seen, it's not watching the video here with us right now, tag people in the video that have kids, that love their kids and that want to have the best for their kids. And yet let's change a bunch of lives here.
Yeah,
love it.
So everybody knows we've set these pods up that it would be Honey Badger pods. Okay,
right.
So it'll be all real estate parents, honey badgers, their kids. So there'll be a lot of commonalities there. They're in the same profession, and so it won't be mixed groups of kids. It'll be honey badger kids in these pods. Okay.
Yeah,
love it.
And I would like to say to any of the parents that hear this, if you need a strategy call with me to talk about your child, the specific needs, just email me, Kelly, Kelli, at coachburt.com. I'd love to do a strategy call with you and hear from you. Because this is really tailored to be specific to meet the needs for your child, and we want to make that happen for you.
All right, appreciate
Love
you,
it.
Coach Jay, Kelly. Thank y'all, Honey
Thank
Badger
you.
Nation. We'll see your kids at the top. Let's go.
There you go. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.